Okay, what's up, guys? So this is episode 2 of the training grounds, and today I just want to talk about psychology and why it's like really important, and kind of like what traders actually mean by psychology. Like, oh, you have to do your psychology, this and that, but it's actually really important because your emotions can easily overflow when you're trading, and you might be losing money because you don't want to be like overly confident about your trades, and you're like, oh well, I've seen this happen, and then you just enter at like the top tick in a trade, and you will see more about that later on, I guess. But it's really just the whole mindset of trading, like how you are treating the market and what it does to you mentally, because this can be a really challenging kind of side hustle, I guess. It's basically the hardest way to get rich quick. Most people think that trading is like a get rich quick scheme, kind of, but it's really not. I mean, it's been 1.5 years for me to even get to the point where I am at. So I guess it's really not a get rich quick scheme. I moved into the trading space by knowing this, so I didn't really expect it, but I also didn't expect like my first green week to basically be this hard, this challenging, and that it would take as much time as it did because it was 7 or 8 months into trading, from like first learning about ICT concept and smart money concept, and it was just mind-boggling to me. So I still find it hard to pass funded challenges because I only do like one trade or maximum two trades a day, and I also don't want to blow the whole account on like the first or second day of the evaluation. And later on, I will also be talking about prop firms, kind of what models do they use, about regulated and unregulated brokers. So basically, you will know everything that I know. And if you guys have any questions that I maybe cannot answer to, I will make sure to look it up, do my research, and then bring a video to you guys about the whole thing. So really, any questions you have, it's just easier for me to pump out content that you guys actually want to hear, not just me talking to the camera and I get zero feedback, which is basically all my videos. So yeah, I have a few comments, but it's, well, if you check it, you'll see what they are. Mostly people I know actually supporting me, which is really good, and I really appreciate that. And basically every person who actually follows what I do, at least on like a bi-weekly basis. So you might have the question of how to get into the right like mind space to get into trading, or to sit down in front of your computer, your phone, whatever, and just go into the market like with a peace of mind. I recommend meditating for at least like 10 minutes before, and if your attention span is really low, you will notice if your attention span is low, if you couldn't keep up with the video until this point, it's kind of like 3.5, 4 minutes into the video. So you might want to get to work on that, because attention span and being patient is basically 90% of trading. I'm not even joking. Waiting for a setup and you're like, I want to enter, I want to enter, I want to enter, and then you wait for a good entry. That's basically the best thing that you can do. And it's really hard to keep your patience, especially in like really liquid markets when you see big ups and downs in the market. So work on that. Just meditate for like a few minutes. Just sit in your room, close the blinds, turn off the light, put your phone on sleep mode, whatever, and just sit in silence for like 10 minutes, sitting down without actually falling asleep, because I know some people that actually fall asleep while meditating because they just lay down for whatever reason. But it's a really good space to work on what's actually in your head, and your thoughts will be like flooding in constantly, and you can kind of like select about what you want to think about. And if you follow through with like one idea the whole 10 minutes, it will actually seem like a minute just passed, and then your phone timer just rings on the 10-minute mark, and you're like, wow, that was so quick. But sometimes you get really random thoughts that you cannot actually follow through with. So you're just sitting there for like 15 minutes wondering what you're actually thinking about and why these thoughts are flooding your head. So this is a great way to get your attention span up, and to extend it. I also am working on this constantly. I'm trying to be patient with my trades as well, with everything else in life, I guess, as well. So I think this will conclude our first psychology episode and the second episode of the whole training ground journey, I guess, because if you are following through, you'll see what happens in like the next few weeks, I guess. I made a plan. It's about like 26 episodes plus the questions you guys will bring, and it's going to be like one part about trading, or like one episode about trading, one about psychology, and then it just will follow through like that. I maybe miss out on like a few psychology videos if I don't really know anything to talk about, but I'll let you know in the video. So keep watching, and that's going to be it for me today. See you tomorrow, and peace out.